Hello, everyone. Good morning, Shanee.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. I like how our video yesterday about Claude 2, it was very, people liked it, right?
I think they did.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of interaction on that, and it just goes to show that we have an audience here that knows that AI keeps being important and also staying on top of what AI changes come is very important.
Yes.
So today we want to bring your attention to the Chat GPT for code interpreter. For many of you, that may sound like something that is maybe just interesting for coders, and it turns out that that's not at all the case. So, Shanee, I know you haven't tried it yet, so that's a perfect opportunity to walk us through how that looks like for the first time.
Awesome. So I'm going to share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it, Shankar.
Yes.
Cool.
All
Do
right.
the,
So,
do the other view.
um, this one.
Yeah. Very
Okay.
cool. All right. So I go here for settings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then settings,
Yep. And then there.
features, code interpreter.
Mhm.
Okay. Click this.
You switch to GPT-4, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the code interpreter selected.
Okay.
So you
So
can see you can upload files now.
how do I do hold on. I gotta find the CSV file. I just had it. CSV.
So the good thing is with code interpreter, while Shin is finding that, you can upload files, and that is going to be very convenient because so far, as you know, for example, if you had a data set, you had to copy paste the Excel values into the Chat GPT. Now that is no longer necessary, as you will see here in a moment.
Okay.
Sinead
So,
can just upload it there.
yep, it's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, do I already give it a prompt?
No, I like it is actually very smart and makes suggestions. So I like asking something of what do you make of this data set? Because in order to know what its capabilities are, so far with ChatGPT, we had to be able to prompt a lot of these things very specifically. But you'll see here it's giving directions. So what we are seeing is it analyzes the data set and it says, okay, here are the columns, and it looks like that's what we are looking at. So it identifies the type and also the context of the data.
I wanted to organize it based on engagement rate.
Okay.
Do I have to ask it for a graph
No.
already? Okay.
So we asked it, please organize the data set based on engagement rate, which is typically something where you need someone who is well versed in statistics, in data analysis, and also, as you will soon see, in graphics generation. All of that should be given here in this output.
Okay.
So what did it give you, Shanee?
It gave me, I guess it took that as like actual individual posts, but what if I said, please organize the data set based on engagement rate related to type of posts?
Yes.
Because I didn't want the actual post.
So we are getting a table and it has. So what do we learn from this? For you, is it organized in sorted by views, right? Average engagement rate.
No, it's based on average engagement rate and do more articles and video.
Okay.
Okay. Now what?
Let's ask it if we can see a candlestick chart of the views in relation to the post type. So it has all of that knowledge. It says candlestick charts are typically used in to visualize price movements in financial markets. Then it seems like it has another idea of how that could be plotted to make it visual. So we get this distribution of views by post type. And I mean, I think the takeaway here is just for us to understand the power of the code interpreter. Just imagine you had to do all of that by hand or even delegate it to someone. You would need someone who is very familiar with data analysis and one of the tools where you can generate such charts. It gave us two. So what do we see in the second one here?
Engagement rate versus number of views by post type.
And then the different colors represent the different types of posts. So if you were to click on show work, Shanee, in that rectangle, you actually see the Python code that is written in the background to make all of this possible. So if you are somewhat knowledgeable in Python, you can just copy paste that into your local environment and you can connect it to anything you know as a coder. But the great thing here is that you don't have to be a coder anymore. You can use code and it runs in this instance of Chat GPT. And it is obviously very, very powerful. This is only the tip of the iceberg, and we have given it a data set with that applies to content creation and metrics to pertaining to views and engagement. But I like how it is kind of guiding the movement a little bit, kind of almost like we saw with Auto GPT when that was becoming very popular. People were impressed by kind of its self guidance, and it looks like we have a little bit of that built into here. So that means even if we are not experts in data visualization and we don't know exactly when a candlestick would apply, it tells us that. So I think that is really powerful.
Let's see if it will turn it into a circle. Eye chart.
So we're asking a pie chart and it wants to know, okay, what data needs to be represented in the chart. And then Shanee told a type of post that create the most views.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting it.
Yay. But it doesn't do different colors.
No. Let's see if it can make that happen. Now, I don't know if you realize, dear viewer, how powerful this is, what we are just showing you.
Look, Shankar, you doubted it.
Oh, you should never doubt AI.
Make the pie chart with the following colors: red, blue, green, purple.
So you just see in live now Shanee bossing around the AI, which is exactly what being a good code prompter is, a good AI prompter is. So you can see that it is very important to master the art of prompting, because if you don't know that the prompt is possible, you cannot get this out of the AI.
Look.
Mm-hmm. Are you happy?
I'm gonna say make the percentages bigger.
Okay.
And fill the circle. I want it to be a filled circle.
Okay. So it needs to understand what Shanee means with filled circle. Let's see if it does that. And again, for any of you who have, and
there it is.
Yeah, the percentages are not bigger, are they?
Mm-mm.
But for any of you who run a business and who have data that you can export out of your numerous tools that you have, why not give this a try? I think that the code interpreter here, this feature, will actually have good ideas of how you can do your own data analysis. So far, data analysis was reserved for bigger companies who had the funds to hire experts to do this. Now this is available to you for $20 a month, because this is a feature that is only in ChatGPT's Plus version. But
great. I'm going to be having a lot of fun today.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for being with us. Put your questions in the comments. We'll revisit later. And also make sure you are connected to both of us, because we are going to keep producing the value that you need to grow as creators, as founders, and generally as business people.
Amazing. Thank you, Shankar. Bye, everyone. Ciao.
Bye.